Good morning to all of you, my followers that's come back to listen to my new episode, and to the new followers or the new listeners that's just joining in. Just want to give gratitude and appreciation for everybody that's following. Today is Friday. It's been 2 weeks since I've recorded my last podcast, and I tried to get one in last week. Just a lot has been going on and trying to juggle a few things. Still doing that, but I thought, you know what, it's time to just go ahead and get this done, because I do have a lot of thoughts on my head, and I did promise to share with you a morning ritual that is very powerful, it's empowering, and it comes from Tony Robbins' team. I go back and forth to Tony Robbins because he's helped me. His seminars, his speeches have helped me tremendously in the past few years of my life, and even empowering me to be able to do what I'm doing right now, writing my books and doing my podcasts and YouTube, and even going to the Toastmasters to learn to practice my public speaking skills, and trying to be better at cultivating a speech that is empowering, concise, and one that will capture my audience's attention. So just having said all that, I'm sitting sitting in my corner office here at home. Last night, if you're in Florida, in Central Florida, we had a huge thunderstorm, rain all night, and my little dog that sleeps with me, I lost my other pup a few months ago, my big lab, and now all I have is my little Maltese. So he's sleeps on my bed. He's about 5 pounds right now, but the noise, I guess, to dogs, it pierces their ears. They have a very low tolerance for noise, and so pretty much I did not sleep last night between the rumbling of the thunder and the rain, torrential downpour. For me, I love that because it's actually soothing. But for my little guy, his name's Bentley. Bentley did not appreciate it so much. So every time he hears a thunder, or before it even comes, he's barking, like he just startles me, and I'm awake. So I was pretty much awake all night. So right now, I haven't slept. Let's just say that. And I had to get up extremely early this morning to drop off a backpack for my daughter at school and pick up their suitcases. They're closed for the week, that they'll be with me for the next 10 days. Their dad's going away on his, personal vacation, and the kids will be back with me. And so yes, I've been up, at 6 this morning, went to pick up the kids' stuff around 7:15, and right now it's a little bit after 7:30. The birds hasn't even come out yet. There's still some drizzling out there, lots of rain. You can see out my backyard is damp and wet, but alive and awake. But the birds hasn't even come out. The squirrels haven't come out because it's a little wet. I went out there to take my dog out, and it's gorgeous. Even though it's still dark, I can see the glistening of the raindrops on my plants that I grow out there. And it was just me being one with nature, even though I was still sleepy. But I took all that in, just breathe. Last night had a lot on my mind as well, just trying to think things through, trying to figure everything out. Had a lot of projects I'm working on and try to make it all happen. So had a lot of things that kept me awake besides the rain and the dog barking. And So I was trying to see if I could crawl back into bed this morning and get a few hours of sleep before the day, goes on. But I have to get this podcast done, and I want to share with you guys the morning ritual. No matter what happens in your life, instead of taking a step back and reflect, I say take a step aside, to the side, and not backwards. Take a step to the side, catch your breath, breathe, and let go of all that is not serving you. Anything that's negative, that's pulling you back or holding you back, whether it's, people's word, or I don't want to say relationships, but relationships, or just conversations that you may not agree with. It's okay. Take in whatever information you need and take a side step, step to the side of your path. Just take a step to the side, not backwards, like I said, and just sit for a moment and let it digest. Maybe take the night to absorb it, but it will keep you up like it did me. But then in the morning, even with the rain and the darkness outside, I was still happy and thrilled that it's a new day. I felt alive. I actually just jumped in the cold shower just to wake myself up because I didn't have enough sleep last night. And I'm semi-awake right now and enough to do this podcast. And, and life goes on. And you have to move forward. You can't let a little hiccup pull you back. And right now, more than ever, although, I'll be very transparent with all of you, I want to do so much because, like I said, I hit my 50-year mark in my life, soon to be 51 in a few months. But it just I finally took all this time in my life to figure out that I know what I want to do with my life now. And it's about using my voice, using my writing, I guess, to be able to empower others and round up people that want to be able to serve our community, to share their strengths or their weaknesses, because we all have both. So yesterday, I was reaching out to, 10 or 20 people that I thought could help me in my pursuit of accomplishing my goals to better serve our community and near and far. So I was doing my own little, campaign, if you want to call it. But this is like the beginning stages. I have some things that I'm working on. So I reach out to not just to the schools, some of the teachers, but right now I just reach out to friends, families, colleagues, and people that I know through Facebook, but I know that they have potential because of their background and who they are and what they represent, that they could also help me get my project moving forward so we can all collectively help each other reach, the better good, that is to help, the people around us. And my initiative is, reaching to these people to see who is available to help and want to help, no matter how big or small of an impact or how much time they can donate or want to do, whatever they decide to do. I am still grateful that they're willing to be a part of this in the beginning stages, and then they can decide later if they want to continue to pursue this mission of mine. And it's not mine personally, but it's, like I said, it's to help the better part of the community. So I'll share that with you a little more once the ball gets rolling, and I've got some substantial groundwork to say, okay, it's moving forward, and I'll share with you along the journey. Right now, let me get back to just sharing with you, and I haven't done this morning ritual yet today because it's been, like for me personally, it was an early morning just to get the stuff to my kids. But I'm actually, after this podcast, I'm going to go through all of this and maybe take a few hours to sleep just so, I can get some energy. So here is, I'm going to read this from Team Tony. They have this on their website, so you guys could easily go in as well. I do a lot of research and I pull a lot of information out there. And sometimes I read from these researches because, like I said, if it's well put together, it's worth sharing. And I don't mind reading from it. I'm not going to try to make it my own work when I'm using someone else's. And it's about sharing what I know, sharing what I've learned, sharing what I found, just to help. Maybe it will help somebody else along the way. And this is, like I said, this is an empowering morning ritual. It's 10 things that you can do to change your life. And like I mentioned before, how you get up in the morning really will alter how you feel for the rest of the day. So you want to start off on the right foot. And, I'm going to read this from their website that I pulled out. I printed out because it's very important. And I think it will help all of you to see things in a different way and maybe appreciate this morning ritual. And it said, how do you view each morning? If the thought of getting out of bed and preparing for each day fills you with dread, this mood is likely to carry throughout the rest of your day, leaving you in a perpetual state of immobility. With effective morning ritual ideas, you can set the day in motion with a much better approach. Why you need a morning ritual? The quality of your life is not based on the quality of your circumstances. You can effectively adjust the mental and emotional filters that determine how you look at life. This influences the stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we're capable of, and what's achievable or not. The states we go into most often then becomes the most powerful filter of all that will determine whether we find the strategies necessary to succeed and whether we come up with a story that will empower us. Change for a better outlook is always possible, but how does one achieve it? Morning rituals that can change your life do so by putting you in a positive, empowering state that carries through your day. One of the greatest scientific discoveries has been that you can alter your emotional mood by a radical shift in your physiology, and we can start to achieve that through incantations and other morning rituals. How to start your day. This is Tony's morning ritual, incantations, and I mentioned this in my book in the last episode of how it's very important and crucial to have your incantations be emotional. Then it will uplift you and change your whole perception of your day just when you're emotionally triggered by what you want to do for the rest of, in the morning. So I'm going to read this again from, their write-up here. Tony's morning ritual, incantations. One of Tony's favorite morning ritual idea is positive incantations. That's right, not affirmations, incantations. This is an important difference. Affirmations are spoken words of encouragement, like I mentioned last week. But while the positive thinking is there, affirmations may fail you as a transformation technique or a transformative technique. You can receive something uplifting, but you aren't embodying it physically or emotionally. In my case, you are only skimming the surface. So this is where it differs, the incantation and affirmations. Incantations about embodying the meaning behind the words, which is why they are so powerful. With incantations, not only are you speaking words of empowerment, you are using your body and your voice. You are changing your physiology and changing your state, leading to a different and more positive outlook and approach to each day. While affirmations sounds positive, they won't carry the full weight of emotion and transformative power if the person saying them aloud does not actually believe in the thoughts and meaning behind them. Incantations are meant to reverberate throughout the body and mind and alter one's sense of self, committing your life to positive energy and assessing the confidence within yourself. Using incantations to help direct control of your state can make all the difference in the quality of your life. So don't rush them. Leave a comfortable amount of time for your morning ritual, during which you will have a clear and stress-free mind and the ability to focus on these important positive incantations. Here are some morning ritual ideas. Looking for morning rituals can change your life. These 10 morning ritual ideas are proven to have mental and physical benefits. 1, priming. Priming is another of Tony's top morning ritual ideas, a combination of breathing, exercises, visualization, and practicing gratitude. It takes just 10 minutes each morning, but will set you up to conquer every obstacle in your path. I will share the priming practice that I've learned from Tony in my next episode, because right now I just want to run through the 10 different things that you can do to form your own habit. You take whatever factors you want to incorporate into your morning ritual. Even if you take 3 or 4 ideas, depending on what amount of time you have in the morning, it will change your life dramatically. So I'm going to continue on, but my next episode, I will share the priming that I do, and it will be, I'll read through it and show you how I do it, and it actually helps. It really works. I know my ex-husband and I did it with the kids when we first went through the Tony Robbins events back in 2015, I believe, and the kids were really young, but we did it with them in the morning just to teach them how to breathe and how to use our voice and our emotion to, empower ourselves each morning. So I'll continue with that in the next episode now. So number 1 is priming. Number 2 is cold showers. I just did mine. I went in there, took my cold shower, and right now as I'm doing this podcast, I'm actually in my bathrobe. Not to give you guys any ideas or anything, it's just that I wanted to get this done. So took a cold shower, and this is, while I'm sitting here doing this, I'm sipping on my apple cider vinegar concoction with my vitamins and superfood, my green superfood, and my collagen that I mix up. It's, like I said, my morning concoction that gets my day going instead of drinking coffee. I don't do a lot with caffeine. I don't drink coffee maybe once in a blue moon because I love the smell of it. But I drink this for the vitamins, for the nutrients that it gives me, but also a boost of energy in the morning. Just the apple cider itself wakes me up. So anyways, but it's good for your whole bodily function. I didn't mean to take a sidestep to that, but the cold shower and my drinks in my bathrobe and doing this podcast. So that's me being transparent with you guys. So let's get back to the cold showers. And I mentioned this in the last episode, how, I feel that's the answer in the morning to wake you up. So cold showers, it can reduce pain and inflammation, increase happiness, tighten skin, and improve overall health, among other benefits. Tony plunges into a cold pool as part of his morning ritual. Beginners can start at 30 seconds to work up to 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to go back on this. When I used to run in the morning and we had a pool, I used to run and then jump into the pool just to, help with my inflammation. And it was really refreshing. Even if it's like at 7:30 in the morning, the water is frigid cold, even in Florida, because the sun hasn't come out to heat up the pool yet. And we had a solar panel that heated the pool, but it was still too early for it to be warm. So yeah, it was cool, but I loved it. And when I used to work out at a local sportsplex here, the RDV in Orlando, in Maitland, I used to, after my intense training, my running and exercising, when I did all of the classes at the RDV, I would go into the cool plunge for, at first it was 3 minutes, and it's like 36 or 37 degrees, almost freezing point. But I'm there for 3 minutes, then I work myself up to 10, 15 minutes, because that was, for me, I didn't have any pain after I did all my running. After I left there, I jumped in, between the cool plunge and going back into the steam room and coming back to the cool plunge for the 15 minutes. And then I would just sit there for 15 minutes. And when I got out of there, my body was like, frigid red, but I didn't feel the pain afterwards. It was so invigorating. So if you haven't tried that, you can buy yourself a little ice bath. In the tub, it's just kind of open, but if you can buy yourself a little ice tub from Amazon or something, and do a cool plunge, try it. You'll be amazed. So I just want to share that tidbit. That's what I used to do when I was training for my marathons and all my runnings that I did when I was working out, 3 to 4 hours a day. It just helped with I didn't have any inflammation or soreness or anything after I ran because of the cool plunge. So now back to the cold shower. That's why cold showers are very important, not just for health benefits, but it also helps you emotionally. It makes you happier and alive. And so next up is number 3 is journaling. Journaling, the benefits of journaling includes reduced anxiety, improved memory, and better problem solving. It's no wonder why many successful people, like entrepreneur, Tim Ferriss, start their day with journaling. From gratitude journals to the 5-minute journal, there's a style out there for you. So you do what works for you. But if you use my book, Living Life by Design journal by me, Chai Butts, look it up on Amazon. You don't have to find any other books, and because everything is in there, and it prompts you to write down what you need to write down to make your day successful. So make sure you look that up on Amazon. Again, Living Life by Design journal by me, Chai Butts. So it's crucial, writing, doing journaling. Just put your thoughts on paper, whatever's on your mind, just put it all on paper, and then you have a clear conscience in the morning. And 4, exercise. If there is only one morning ritual you add to your day, exercise is the most important. It decreases depression and anxiety and helps you live a longer, healthier life. Find exercises you enjoy and do it at least 5 days a week for the best results. Just like anything, consistency. Don't do it one day and go, okay, I felt great, and hope that it will continue for the next day, or that to carry that feeling over. It won't carry it over unless you do the exercise. So make sure that whatever you do, make it consistent and carry that on a daily basis. Do it for, a week or 2 and see how it changed your life drastically. Everything that you had problems with or you thought you had issues with, that's all, will subside, and you'll see a light at the end of the tunnel and say, oh my gosh, how come I didn't see this before? It was always there. You just didn't see it because your focus wasn't there because you had so many distractions all around you. So this morning ritual is going to help you intensify the focus on what you want to accomplish, whether it's for that day, for the week, or whatever it is. So, and coming back, so exercise is one of them. That's number 4. Number 5 is meditation. Meditation is one of the most recommended morning ritual ideas. It can help master your emotions and mindset, reduce stress, stay focused, and be more productive. We can all use those benefits throughout our day. And I put that in there in my book as well, to take 5 minutes to do a meditation after you've done your intentions and your goal setting, and writing down what you're grateful for. During that 5-minute meditation, in my book, write down 3 names that you want, 3 people in your life that you want to send love to. Like I said, some people that you have some conflict with, or want to, if they're ill or sick, and you want to send love for them, to a healing prayer to them. Whoever it is in your life you want to send love to forgive or to enrich their lives in one way or another. That's where you include those 3 people in your meditation of that 5-minute, where you're at peace, but you're sending love and you're reflecting and in solitude, just in that moment, just to not be disturbed by anything but your thoughts. And number 6 is yoga. I got into this in and out, but I do it on my own now. Instead of going to classes, I just do it from my YouTube channel that I have been following. It's called, Yoga with Adrienne, and you might want to look that up. She's awesome. She goes from beginning to, immediate, to different levels of yoga, wherever you are in your yoga life. And even if you're starting at the beginning, try it out. Try it out as long as you can for 5-10 minutes. If not 30. But do the there are 15-minute yoga as well, just to get yourself started. But when you start doing it, you'll be more limber, you'll be more flexible. But it also it's like the other form of working out without lifting weights or running. You'll get the same. Your body will get more tone. You'll get you'll get tone. You'll get then. It serves the same benefit without hurting yourself. Like if you're running, it hurts your joints, and you lift weight. If you can't lift certain weights, yoga will help make you more, not just tone, but builds your strength, and helps you lose weight, but makes you more flexible. So it's like an overall great exercise to incorporate. If you don't do anything else, yoga is the one that you need to just do, and it will give you all the benefits of all the exercises that you can do. And even if it's only 15 minutes of your day, it will be so beneficial for you in the long run. So the popularity of yoga has exploded in recent years, and for good reason. It's relaxing and puts you in a positive mindset for the day, and affords you all the benefits of stretching. You can even incorporate some elements of meditation or priming as you do yoga. So that's the other health benefit is, person that's walking you through at the end, you will do, you slow down and they teach you the proper way to breathe, and a moment to just reflect and give gratitude. So it's just a combination of things. Yoga is awesome. If you haven't tried it, and you are, you know what I'm talking about. So I enjoy it. I love it. Even hot yoga, if you want to go the next step up, that's amazing too. You want to sweat, you want to sweat and get your exercise in. It's amazing. So number 7 is mindfulness. How mindful are you of your thoughts in the morning? Your mindset when you first wake up sets the tone for your entire day. Pay attention to your internal self-talk in the morning and transform any negative thoughts into empowering ones to carry you through the day. And number 8 is gratitude. And I say this all the time. And And that's in my book as well, my journal, where you write down five things you're grateful for. Practicing gratitude is always a good idea, but it's especially powerful as part of your morning ritual. When you start your day in a state of abundance, there's no room for negativity to bring. My apologies, but all the rustling of the paper in the background here. Again, my podcast isn't perfect, but it's a work in progress. So bear with me until it gets better. But the fact of the matter is just to get my points to you, to share my thoughts, my feelings, and the information that's important to share. So I apologize for the rustling of the paper in the background. I'll do better next time. But I just thought I love being transparent with you and being vulnerable. Let you know this is the reality of getting started. So this has been it's been a couple of months since I've started doing my podcast, and I'm enjoying it and loving it and learning along the way. Like using this new Blue Yeti microphone. It's pretty scary at first, not really knowing how to use it, and it captures every sound, even the noise of like the paper rustling and me clearing my throat or what have you. So bear with me. It's going to get better. I'm trying to improve every episode, even trying to be more concise in my thoughts and not to ramble on too much. I know a few friends and family, luckily they were being honest and truthful, and I love that. I love critical and let's say constructive criticism, where just giving me feedback and how I can better do my podcast. So I appreciate all of you that's still listening. And yes, I do need to be a little more concise, and I do write down my contents, and sometimes I take a side step as that's my word of the day, and I do kind of add my few words of my own personal experience into what I'm sharing with you. So, but again, everything that I share is coming from my heart. So I hope you feel that this is me being honest and being open to you guys. And the key word again is transparent. So there's going to be a few hiccups here and there, but bear with me. I just hope that you'll get the full picture of what I'm trying to share. And that's my end goal. But I got cut off just a few seconds ago. I'm doing this from my laptop and the Blue Yeti. I did buy a headphone, but I'm not comfortable using that thing over my ears, especially if I start recording a video, doing a YouTube. I just don't like how it feels, and so I'm not using a headphone. I will just be using this microphone for now until something changes. But I wanted to finish the thought of gratitude. I was reading the line where it says, there's no room for negativity to bring you down. So when you start your day in a state of abundance, there is no room for negativity. So that's why gratitude is so crucial to be incorporated into your morning ritual. Because, just like I said, think of one thing to be grateful for as soon as you wake up and watch your day improve. If you have time to think of, 3 to 5 things, that'll be even better. The more gratitude you have in your life, the better your day will be. I have, our kids do 5 gratitude each morning, 10 intentions of what they want to accomplish, and 5 gratitude, and then their mission statement. But I also tell them to write down 3 things, 3 people that they want to send love to as well. So that's what we do with our kids. But number 9 is music. It's the language of the world, right? The language of love, the language of the world, the language that speaks to everyone, no matter what your native tongue is. The music, the rhythm, the sound, the instruments that's being used. It moves everybody in different ways. It can make you happy, sad, uplifted. So while I drive on my drive to and fro from meetings to showing homes to clients, or just running errands or picking up my kids, I use that time to either listen to motivational YouTubes, something that's going to help me grow, because if I can't sit and read when I'm driving, I listen. So the audio is so crucial. And when I just need a little break from all the motivational YouTubes, I will listen to music. Sometimes I'm in the mood for Andrea Bocelli. It makes me feel like I'm on top of the world, that I'm in love. It's a great feeling. I feel like I'm in Italy again, and I love Italy. It brings me back to a nostalgic moment, so when I listen to music like that, where Dean Martin, back to the Rat Pack days, the 50s music. It's just put you in a good mood somehow or another. Or I listen to the modern day music of Coldplay. His music, it's uplifting, and the melody, the beats, it's very invigorating for me when I listen to Coldplay. Dua Lipa, my daughter just went to a concert for her friend's birthday. It's also just makes you happy and uplifting as well. It's a happy music and modern, and makes you want to dance while I'm in my car. It's like, it's like when I used to work out 3 or 4 hours a day, my whole perception of the world is different. Like, everything is so much rosier, right? The sky, it's just everything's so much brighter. Everything comes to life when you work out. So that's why exercise is crucial. But the music itself, will lift you up if you're in a bad mood, and it will change it. It just really, like I said, it's music for your soul. It's food for your soul. That's how I feel. So the power of music brings people together. It allows self-expression and can make you happier and more productive. Oprah, for example, makes listening to music part of her morning ritual, and she's one of the most successful people on the planet. So incorporate music into your world if you can, whenever you can. Like I said, in my drive, I do that. During my my drive and my commute. And then most and last but not least, I think it's the most important one, is reading. I think reading is so crucial for kids as early, even when my kids were in my womb, when I was pregnant with them, I was reading books to them. That's why to this day, I know my daughter is an avid reader. She loves reading just like myself. My son, being a boy, he can sit and read for an hour. After that, he's like, Mom, I'm done. I can't read anymore. I need to go out and, ride my bike or my scooter or my hoverboard, or kick a ball. His attention span is a little less than my daughter and I. We can read, for 3-4 hours at a time if we had the time. There were times I would sit with the kids and read for an hour or so, and then we would, take a step outside to get some fresh air. But that's our pastime. But lately we've been so busy with everything, we haven't had that moment in a while. But I'm going to read here what they wrote, from Tony's team, that reading, feeding your mind. This is the last 10 items that you can incorporate. Some of the rituals you can incorporate into your morning. So the last one they have on the list is reading. It's feeding your mind is always a good way to start the day. Like, for example, Barack Obama reads the New York Times every morning. He was in the White House, and it's just all the successful people reads book. And I can't think of the person right now, but he reads 6 books a a week. Some multi-billionaire person, but that's what he does. He has his own library. So I do too. I have a small library here at home in my bedroom and in the living room, of books that I've read, and some of the kids' books that they've accumulated. We used to buy books all the time for my daughter. She would read a book a day when she was younger, and we would go to Barnes and Noble and purchase books, and we'll go to the library and check out like 12 books. I think they limit per person 12 books per week, and we would rent those books out for 12 books, and she'll go through them within a week or two, and we'll go back for more, and they couldn't believe it. But that's how much reading we used to do, and it's important. So our mind is active, and we need to keep expanding it, and feeding our mind good things, knowledge, empowering thoughts, and watching, instead of watching TV and listening or watching the news or whatever, read a book, learn something, grow, because if we're not growing, we're dying, right? So that's the last of the examples of different rituals you can incorporate into your morning ritual. I hope you'll share with me and comment on my podcast and see if you are doing this already, or what you are doing. What are you doing currently? And do you do any of these 10 examples I've given or that I've shared from Tony Robbins? Because I do, I would take a few things, but the most important thing is do my intentions daily. I do my intentions. I do my meditation, my gratitude, and my goal setting. That's for sure. And then the cold shower and the exercise when I can squeeze it in, depending on what my schedule is in the morning. If we have to leave early for a sports event or something, I may not be able to squeeze in a workout. And if I do it, it's yoga, and I have my little gym here at home, my own personal gym that I have weights, and I have the ellipticals and the treadmill and all the weights, and the total gym that you can use, and my yoga mats. So I do have weights, and it's just important, try to make time for yourself, because self-care, when you care for yourself, you'll be able to care for someone else. And if you are healthy and your mind is in the right place, you'll be able to do things a lot more. You'll be more productive and be more successful in every area of your life, whether it's just for the day, for the week. So I hope you learned something. I hope you got something from this, and I am happy to be able to get this out there to you guys. In the next episode, I will share with you the priming. That's like 15 minutes. I will share with you. I'll actually go through the whole ritual with you, and if you can follow it, it'll be awesome. So we can kind of do it together and see if it changes your mood at all. But you have to be open-minded and truly just be in the moment, be in the present. Just listen to my voice and follow the step-by-step that I'm sharing with you, and try to take that all in and see how that changes you. Let me know how it works. And but it will take time. Maybe the first try might not work for you, or you got something and you got distracted, but try to do it on your own. Listen to this podcast again and see how, like I said, if you start doing it, it will become habitual. It will be second nature, that you'll do it on your own without me guiding you. But I hope you'll try it. And again, thank you so much to everyone for continuing to support me in this journey of mine. And with my book and everything else, I'm going to promote my books in different ways, not just through this episode or through my podcast and YouTube. And today I didn't do a video over YouTube because, like I said, I'm in my bathrobe, so not video ready, but I will do one shortly, and probably do like doing the priming, so you can see what I'm doing. If you're watching the YouTube, you'll see me in action doing the actual priming, and then you'll hear me on audio through my podcast. So I hope you enjoy this, and I don't want to ramble on too much. I'm trying to take heed of some of the advice from friends and family, so I need to be more concise. So I'm going to try to work on that. That's why I'm going to the Toastmasters to practice my public speaking and try to condense it, because eventually I'm going to get on the stage on TED Talks. So wait for that. I want to be on TEDx, and and share my thoughts and my feelings and my mission in life to help our younger generation to be able to go after their dreams and make it happen. Like, this is my dream right now. I'm finally at peace with myself. Like, I found my calling, I found my purpose, doing this podcast right now, writing my books, and going out there and sharing my dreams with you guys. And so if you have a dream, go after it. It's never too late. Start today, baby steps, and eventually you'll get there. Please reach out, message me, let me know your thoughts, give me a review on my YouTube, comment, and like it, subscribe it, share it, and I appreciate you guys. So take care. And again, this is Chai Butts with Living by Design, and I look forward to speaking to you guys later. Take care. Have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Stay dry if it's raining, and let's pray for the people in Ukraine that the war will end soon and that they're with their loved ones, and pray for all those soldiers out there fighting for their freedom and for their home. So my heart goes out to those people because I know what it's like. So I went through that as a child. That's why we are in America. We left our country of communism and, people that took over the country that we knew. And I was so young, but it still has affected me in so many ways. And it has, changed me to be the person that I am today. And so I'm grateful to be here in the U.S. So let's pray for those people in Ukraine that they will eventually be with their loved ones if they're not, and that the war will stop, because we don't need to be hurting each other. There's so many reasons to look for in this life, right? So many things to live for, and let's have some peace and love. Have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.